This is our fourth class of FFA market beef. The weight range is 1296 to 1425. Our first exhibitor is Caitlin Archdeacon of Campbell FFA. The second exhibitor is Wesley Stewart from Campbell FFA. Our third exhibitor is Trevor Johnson from Campbell FFA. And the fourth exhibitor is Anna La Barbera from Campbell FFA.
This is Class 4 FFA Market Beef 2020 Santa Clara County Fair. Really a competitive class, by far the most competitive class of the day. I think we've got 4 really good cattle in this class. Definitely some differences, but they're all good in terms of their type and kind. I like the silver steer to start the class. I think this calf is extremely fresh in terms of his condition. I think he's been fed extremely well. Looks to be finished just ideal. He's a calf, when we study him, he's very muscular. Calf that's big top. Got a great big hip in him. When you watch him move from behind, he's very wide from stifle to stifle. Steer that's very fresh and attractive up through his front end. I love how smooth made he is. His shoulder transitions into his rib cage extremely well. He just gets wider and wider when you get behind him from front to rear. He's a steer when we set him in motion. I think he just moves and glides very well. That's going to be a high cutability kind of a calf. If I'm going to get really critical of this steer, I just like to stand him on a notch more bone to make him that much better, but very, very competitive show steer. I like the Baldy steer for second. This calf really starts to grow on me. I think in terms of shape and turn to his muscle, he might be the most shapely steer of the 4. He's a calf that, again, is attractive as well. We set him and park him on the profile. He's long and extended up through his front end. He's got a good show steer appearing look about him. Very trim in his condition as well. I think he's a calf that's going to cut a very high cutability carcass because of that. Still has enough on him. I think if his genetics allow him to do so, he should grade choice. This calf, when we set him in motion, we'd probably just like to free him up in his hock just a nickel, watch him have just a bit more flex as he moves around the ring. Young lady's done a nice job with him. Then the steer in third, he's the biggest, heaviest steer of the class. I think he's got an advantage over all the other calves in terms of length of body. He's also a very long-necked calf, I think, when we compare him to those 3 as well. I like this steer a lot in terms of just his overall productive look. He's a calf, though, I think he gives up some in terms of his overall width and dimension when we compare him to those 2 steers directly in front of him. We set him in motion, though. I think he reaches out and grabs plenty of real estate. Young man's done a good job feeding him. I don't think we're going to have any issues there with this calf not hanging a high quality grade as well. The steer that falls into fourth, that calf's very smooth. He's very sound. He's just not quite as powerful today. I think he gives up in quite a bit in terms of his foot size and bone work. Maybe just not quite as wide and dimensional as we get up on top and view him down his top. He is a calf, though, that's got a lot of quality about him. Simply just got a little bit out-horsed here today. He's one that, again, has been extremely well fed, so I don't think we'll have any issues with him not hanging a quality carcass as well. We just like to power him up today to make him more competitive. 4 really nice calves.